we do have a very special emphasis on it. Not just women with HIV, AIDS, or tuberculosis and malaria, or the need to prevent mother-to-child transmission, but the overall focus that we have to empower women, which requires them to have access to good health care. And so we're really trying to meet with all these groups who are empowerment groups in this initiative that Hilary started called No Ceilings. And we want to be supportive of them. We want to not do things that we think are good, that they can come and be a part of what we're doing. We want to give them a chance to make the most of their lives.
How do you do that in a country that institutionalizes inequality through the caste system that says some Indians are better than other Indians?
You got to fight it. And you have to do it, I think, in wherever possible, specific, concrete ways that don't raise all the cultural red flags. So I find if you find something specific that's empowering for women and girls, then you can build on it and make it bigger and better.
You're a globalist. You believe in the wider world here.
I do.
Politically, militarily, America now seems to be moving towards a non-interventionist position.
Well, certainly on the military front, I think there's probably a majority of our people who believe we made a mistake after 9/11 to jump into Iraq, and who have been frustrated by the inability to resolve the election in Afghanistan. And
are you one of those people?
No, I mean, my gut is it will resolve that, and that they will ask the United States to stay involved, because there's really been a lot happen in Afghanistan, good. And I think that probably that thing will fix itself up in the next few weeks.
You say Afghanistan, but you don't mention Iraq.
No, because I don't know what's going to happen in Iraq yet. I think that based on what the Iraqi moderate Sunni did at the end of the Gulf conflict, they could probably play a very major role in holding the country together and in sharing responsibility for the future of the country. But Mr. Maliki has got to be either consistent in giving them a chance to be equal partners, or he has to leave office and give someone else a chance to do that.
Is Iran part of the solution with America?
I think it could be, but it's going to be difficult for them to be part of the solution if they keep asking for an amount of centrifuge and nuclear activity far in excess of what any reasonable person thinks they need.
There's very little leadership coming from America right now.
That we need leadership? Is that what you said?
Don't we?
Yes, but we have to deal with the intervening event. We're now involved in a very intense set of negotiations with Iran over how much of their nuclear program and how many centrifuges they are prepared to take down, and whether we can really make a difference there and get some fascinating unified alliances in the Iran, Iraq, Syria area. It depends on what happens now.
I guess I'm thinking also in terms of Israel and Gaza. When you were president, you were the mediator, very hands-on. Now there is no Egypt, there's no America there.
I was, but we also remember we had a very different circumstance there. That is, there was an operating majority in Israel under both Prime Minister Netanyahu and Yitzhak Rabin before, and then Ehud Barak afterward, to keep working with the Palestinians, keep trying to work things out. It's a lot easier to do it when the government wants to do it.
Well, let's talk a little closer to home. How transformative do you think it would be to have a woman president in the White House?
Do I think it'd be a good thing?
Do you think it would be transformative?
Depending on what the president did. I think it would be, at one level, transformative just because we've never had a woman elected. So I think that would be a good thing. But if the president showed a remarkable gift for both strength and toughness, and for leaving the door open constantly for negotiation, that would be a good thing. It would represent what most people think of as almost archetypal women's strengths, you know. Hilary always says women have the responsibility gene. And so you can be strong, but you also, we're going to have to govern with a level of cooperation that we're not used to right now.
Are you ready to go on the road for another 2 years, full slog?
Well, no. What I'm ready to do is whatever she wants me to do. And I really do believe, I know a lot of people don't believe me when I say this, but we've had a great life. We love what we're doing now in this foundation. On the other hand, if you're president, you have the opportunity to do things that no one else does. But you've got to really have a theory of the case. You've got to have ideas, you've got to have policies, you've got to work at it. And it's an exhausting thing. So I've told Hilary repeatedly she would have to make this decision. If she wants my opinion, I'll give it to her.
And she hasn't asked? I don't believe that. She hasn't asked you for your opinion on whether she should
absolutely
run?
Absolutely not. Well, you know, for the last 14 years, she's had more hands-on political experience than I have. First time in our lives. And when she ran the last time in 2008, people kept asking me what I think. I said, you know, I think it's her time. She gets to decide, and if I can help, I will, if she can tell me what she wants me to do. But we were married a very long time when she was always, in effect, deferring to my political career, even when she was involved in policy making. And so I told her when she got elected to the Senate from New York that she had given me 26 years. And so I intended to give her 26 years. Whatever she wanted to do was fine with me. If she wanted to know my opinion, I would tell her. But she had carte blanche to make whatever decision she wanted and tell me what I was supposed to do about it. And I've honored that. And now we just passed the halfway mark in my trying to get up. So I've got to live another 12 years or so. So I guess I'll have to live to be 80 to be free at last. But you know, it's very important to us. I mean, I want her, if she wants the job and she believes that she can make a real difference and she got some ideas to do it, I'll be glad to help. I'll do whatever I can. I can tell you this, all these suggestions that, you know, she feels entitled to it and all that, that's just not true. That's not true. We've been in too many races over the last almost 40 years now to believe that any such thing is a sure deal.